Hello, GovCon winners, and welcome back to my channel. We are going to talk all about the SBA Mentor Protégé Program, largely based on my experience. Cannot wait to show you, talk to you, walk you through all of the odds and ends that are involved in the SBA Mentor Protégé Program. What goes into the SBA Mentor Protégé Program? Number one, all of the details are located off of the SBA's website, but I'm going to go into greater detail because I was in the program and actually had two joint ventures, which we're going to talk a little bit about. So I want to help unpack this because many people believe it's just two companies, you come together, you pound it out, bam, now you're mentor protege. And there's a lot more to that, a lot more. So let's go further in. One thing is there used to be two programs, an 8A program and an all small mentor protege program. And they have been merged into the SBA Mentor Protege Program. And by clicking here, and all the links will be provided, you can actually see the detailed amendments that go along with this program, if that's something you want to take a look at. And I suggest you do at least glean it so you have an idea of why they made this change, what's going on, what does this entail, what are the rules, all of those different things. And next, what's important is the why. Why are you interested in joining this program? Either as a mentor or as a protege. And typically you get to have two. Usually you can have two mentors. You may be able to serve as a protege, I don't know exactly how many times, but you got to think about what is the value here? What are you really aiming for? So let's dig deep and I'll tell you what really happened. So here on the website, they outline here are all the benefits. This is where your mentor is to help you. So you, the protege, my flagship company, I was a protege. And there were said items where I needed help. I definitely needed help in kind of benefits. So it would go under general and administrative. She had really extensive health insurance. She had a really solid kind of recruiting, onboarding. I really wanted to dig deeper into that. She also had employees who fell under the Services Act, and I needed to learn a lot about that. So that was an area where I needed to close the skill gap. Also, she offered to assist with contract bidding, acquisition, federal procurement process, as you see highlighted here. She had one of her biggest contracts was over $100 million. She had way more experience in the federal marketplace than I. And she had a winning formula for bidding. So that was one of the other areas at that time. So the reason that we were able to come together, mentor, protege, I needed developmental areas. And the mentor, they typically get 60% of any work that comes out of a joint venture, which I'll speak about in a second. So let that sink in. You have someone who's helping you, and if you form a joint venture, they can get up to 60% of the work. So you see they're helping because they're going to get money, right? Yeah, it feels good to help, but let's look at the bigger picture. This is a business imperative for many. Also keep in mind, I'm speaking to the SBA's program, not the other programs that are out there. There are some agency-specific programs. That's for a different video. For today's video, SBA kind of layered with my experiences through this. So what's really important is as you seek a mentor, you want someone who is going to be able to help you in these areas. And when you have these kind of conversations, if the person that you have in mind doesn't seem like they're willing, interested, able to help you in these areas, then that's something to keep in mind because typically you only get two. So you want to keep that in mind. It's kind of like dating. I suggest before you even form a mentor protege with someone, you at least been on one opportunity together. In that way, it gives you a realistic preview of how they work. How do they approach business development? How are they with emails? How are they with phone calls? How are they with Zoom meetings? It gives you all this type of information. So then you can determine, is this someone I want to have a multiple year relationship with? This program lasts for several years and you can extend it, which is beautiful because when you have an approved mentor protege relationship, you can then create joint ventures, which are separate businesses. And you can then all work together under that business. It's a completely new business. Starting to see it, right? How it's all coming together. So for those of you that want to take this leap, I've outlined here the program benefits. This is what you are to expect as a protege. There are different qualifications for this. The programs I'm speaking to usually have 2 small businesses that we're speaking of. It also has some requirements that it says SBA must determine that the mentor is providing the assistance, will promote real development gains, things of that nature. Why? Because of what I just stated. If a small business realizes, oh my gosh, I can get 60% of the work if I mentor someone, sign me up. So as you can imagine, some have and do that. I would say in my situation, I learned a lot. That wasn't the case whatsoever. I definitely learned a lot and was able to take my businesses to the next level and close skill gaps because of the knowledge that I gained. Next is you're going to need to apply to the program. So once you kind of made yourself familiar with the program, the requirements, trying to figure out who you want to serve as your mentor, you're then going to need to apply. This is a suggestion. It worked for me. Hey, I hope it works for you too. Please notify your SBA rep. At the time, I was an 8A firm, and I made my rep very well aware that I was applying to the program. It just really helped with the process, so there weren't surprises. And what was great was my SBA rep also provided help with the documents, provided examples, really gave me a lot of coaching from the perspective of what he had witnessed in terms of other mentor protege relationships that were out there. So just a great tip for those of you that have relationships with your SBA rep or BOS if you're in the 8A program. Also, it lists what you need to do. You're going to need to take a short online tutorial. It's really easy to complete. You're going to need to sign these different agreements, go through them, make sure everyone signs them, and keep in mind, if the person you've chosen as your mentor is unable to accomplish these steps, what's going to happen if you win a contract that's worth more than $1, $10, 100 million, 20,000, $1 million? Just keep this in mind. So if you start to see red flags, abort, don't stay, abort. I remember my mentor stating that she had a mentor. She was gung-ho. They kind of wined her, dined her, did all these things. She was so excited. It was a firm she admired. Well, fast forward, yeah, it ended. And she was mad. She was mad that it took away one of her opportunities. She had to cancel out the mentor protege. She found another mentor and took her to the next level as a result. But she really warned me about that kind of dating period and having that right match. They also go into, in addition to the documents, FAQs, the duration, okay? So it can last up to 6 years. It's a long time, 6 years. And it says if the initial agreement is for less than 6 years, it may be extended. So, hey, we're talking about a long-term relationship where you are to receive, as indicated here, support in these areas. And they're going to evolve. As your business needs evolve, the skills that you need to further develop, this is going to change. The other thing about this program is typically every year, you're going to have to submit some type of survey, evaluation. Commonly, If you apply for woman-owned program, economically disadvantaged program, or if you apply for the 8A program, they will ask if you are in the Mentor Protege program and or if you have any joint ventures. And you may wonder, maybe you do, maybe you don't. I know I did. How many active mentor proteges are there out there? I want you to guess. I want you to guess. And what's awesome, you're going to get this link. And you literally can see this, right? So you're going to know that I'm not BSing you. So you're going to click here. And through the magic of television. Oh, that went away so fast. Oh my gosh, it's television. Let's go back on television. It hid. So we got to see if it started at line number 1. 1,504. We're going to have to scroll up, right? Oh my goodness, that's a long scroll, y'all. Scroll all the way up. See if it started at 1. It started at 4. Ooh, there's a lot here. There is a lot. But are there really a lot? So let's unpack this. There are thousands upon thousands of federal government contractors. Just go into the dynamic small business search. You type in one state, you're going to see thousands. You're telling me there's 1,500 in the Mentor Protege program? So is that really a lot? Not exactly right. No, not at all. It's really not as many as you probably expected. And this is the approved list. Date is here. You can download it. And what's beautiful about this, because you may already be asking yourself, well, how the heck did you find your mentor? Where do I go to find a mentor? I get that question all the time. Well, how do I find a mentor? Where do I find a mentor? I need a mentor. I need a mentor. Got it. I found my mentor through government contracting events in the Orlando, Florida area. I knew of her business. I clicked on her website stating I wanted to talk to her more. I'd met her years before, and sure enough, she immediately responded. Why? Well, the 60% yes, because she had a need. My business was able to fulfill that need. She had a business need that's super important. Those who are involved, 1,500 companies involved in this program, are in this because they understand the financial payoff, the growth opportunities. They understand this. So for those of you watching, great opportunity. You can contact a protege. All the content, literally everything is here. This is on a special Excel sheet for my access only. This is available. It says public. That's what's really cool about government contracting. A lot of this information is available for free, online. It's there. Or even if it's behind a paywall, there's a free subscription, I promise you, because I love free. So what you may want to do is contact a protege. Because remember, my mentor was a protege. My mentor was actually still a protege while she was my mentor. So you could contact a mentor, look these organizations up and see if they're perhaps seeking to serve as a mentor. And then what you also can do is contact a mentor. A mentor can have multiple proteges and contact them to see, once again, are you seeking, or maybe I want to talk to you about your experience. You don't want to just hop in with, let's get married, right? I got a little excited there, right? I was seeing the future, right? I was seeing you partnered up, looking back like, dang, I can't believe I just watched Kizzy's video not too long ago, and now I'm in a mentor protege. Okay, so with all that said, one thing I want to highlight here, I'm unsure how accurate this is though. This far column lists the set-asides for both companies. Is what they're supposed to do. So if you notice one of them doesn't have an 8A and you are an 8A, that's an opportunity. If it doesn't list woman-owned or not economically disadvantaged woman-owned, that's an opportunity. And when you go through here, you're going to see tons and tons of 8As are listed. Why? Because you then get to spin off joint ventures. Joint ventures are in essence another company. It's a partnership that you create. You literally create a new business. Tax ID, check. DUNS, check. Bank account, check. All of those things. QuickBooks Online, check, 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 check. For every single one of your joint ventures, you have it, it's registered in SAM, and it's its own entity in which the past performance of both the mentor and the protege magically come together for that joint venture. It's more powerful than teaming. That's why companies are so eager to serve as a mentor or to be a protege, because the sky's the limit. You can do this for 6 years. So if this is a program for you, you definitely want to research it more. You want to identify what you're looking for in a mentor, at least take this list, reach out to those out there, get as much information as possible. Perhaps someone on this list would love to serve as your mentor or love to serve as your protege. That's the limit. The sky's the limit. Let's say worst case scenario, you decide you don't want to set up a joint venture. I don't know why you wouldn't, but hey, maybe for whatever reason, it's not in your best interest to do so. At least you're still gaining all of this extra knowledge, experience, potential past performance, because you have someone there who has agreed, who has gone through all of these steps so that the two of you can come together and get on this list. And they release the list all the time too. So that said, y'all, my amazing GovCon winners, I'm so proud of you. I'm so excited for you. This is an amazing, amazing, amazing space. It truly is. I love it so much. The sky's the limit. I mean, goodness gracious. Where else can you get have a mentor protege relationship and 60% of the work can go to the mentor? I mean, it's freaking amazing. It's awesome. And then on top of it, wait, there's more. The SBA will have various events for those in the Mentor Protege program. So they also provide their own type of training and development. It's amazing. Thank you all. Please subscribe.